New tonight, leaders of South Carolina's Senate Finance Committee say State Treasurer Curtis Loftus is responsible for the $1.8 billion in a mystery bank account. Lawmakers are already making plans to use that money. Thanks for joining us on Queen City News at 10. I'm Brian Blakely. That new Senate report accuses Loftus of failing to do part of his job, maintaining accurate records of the state's money in banks and investments. It's because of the $1.8 billion found in a bank account a few in a government right now knew about until last month. South Carolina Bureau Chief Shakira Speaks has been following the disputes over the mystery money for weeks. And Shakira, besides holding someone accountable now, what else is in that Senate report?
Well, Brian, research by Senate Finance Committee staffers did not reveal any indications of misconduct or misuse of the funds, but their report finds possible wrongdoing can't be dismissed due to the size of the errors, the length of time they were concealed, and the inaccurate condition of the Treasury records. Now, a group of lawmakers wants to send that $1.8 billion back to the taxpayers. South Carolina residents could get a hefty rebate check from the state because of the mystery $1.8 billion found in a bank account. That's if state officials can agree the money fully belongs to taxpayers.
The goal with this bill is to say if this was South Carolina taxpayer money, so not federal money, but if it was South Carolina taxpayer money and we can appropriate it, then the way we should appropriate it is to give it back to the taxpayers of South Carolina.
State Representative Jordan Pace is one of the co-sponsors of the rebate bill. He says because the money was quote unquote hidden for the last few years, whatever entity was supposed to use the cash has gotten along fine without it. But State Senator Larry Grooms, a finance committee member, disagrees.
The difference is we know the ownership of the other monies that are there. We just haven't been able to identify the $1.8 billion to ownership, whether it's federal funds, whether it should be in the Unemployment Insurance Trust Fund. But if there's those that want to get that money without understanding the exact ownership of it or the original appropriation, then maybe they should just rebate all of the state treasury. $60 billion. That makes for a much larger rebate check.
On Tuesday, the Finance Committee released a 116-page interim report detailing the origin of the $1.8 billion fund. Officials concluded the money came from the conversion from one accounting system to another under the control of the Office of the State Treasurer, Curtis Loftus. They believe he failed to maintain the integrity of the state's banking and investment records and that he knew about the unresolved differences for at least 7 years.
The main question is the money real? Does it actually exist? There's still some question behind that.
In a statement, Loftus said he had no intention of watching the subcommittee release its report and claimed senators were using, quote, senatorial immunity to make false statements about him.